As the sun rose on the day of the next challenge, Sarah, Tom, and the other diplomats gathered in their temporary headquarters. The room was filled with tension as they discussed what lay ahead. "We have to stay strong and work together," Sarah said, trying to boost everyone's morale. "This time we need to show them our best." Tom nodded, looking at the challenge schedule. "The next challenge will be a test of strategy and technology," he explained. "We need to come up with a plan that shows our skills." The humans spent hours discussing ideas, brainstorming how to use their strengths against the Council's advanced technology. Finally, they decided to create a simulation that combined human creativity with their understanding of alien technology. They worked tirelessly, designing a strategy that would surprise the Council. Sarah focused on communicating their ideas clearly, while Tom built a model of their approach. When the day of the challenge arrived, the atmosphere was electric. The council chamber was packed with alien spectators, all eager to see what the humans would do next. Zorath sat at the head of the council, a smug smile on his face. He did not believe the humans could repeat their success. "Welcome to the second challenge," he announced, his voice booming. "Today, you will face a simulation that tests your strategic skills. Let's see if you can impress us again." His words dripped with sarcasm, but Sarah felt a fire ignite inside her. They were ready to prove him wrong once more. The challenge began with the aliens initiating a simulated attack on a fictional planet. The humans watched the screens closely, trying to analyze the alien strategies. They knew they had to think quickly. "We need to create a distraction," Tom suggested. "While they focus on one area, we can launch our counterattack." As the simulation progressed, the humans put their plan into action. They sent out small drones to create confusion among the alien forces. The drones zipped through the simulated landscape, drawing the attention of the aliens. It was a risky move, but the humans believed in their strategy. "Now while they're distracted," Sarah shouted, adrenaline pumping through her veins. The team activated their main defense system, catching the alien attackers off guard. The simulation showed flashes of light as the humans executed their plan flawlessly. The council members stared in disbelief as the humans fought back with unexpected skill. Zorath's expression changed from amusement to concern. He leaned forward, his eyes narrowed. "This cannot be happening," he muttered under his breath. The other council members shifted uncomfortably in their seats, realizing that the humans were not the easy targets they had imagined. As the simulation reached its climax, the humans continued to adapt their strategies. They communicated clearly and effectively, coordinating their actions as a single unit. Sarah felt proud as she saw her team working together, their spirits high. They were no longer just representatives, they were warriors. The final moments of the challenge were intense. The humans launched a decisive counterattack that overwhelmed the alien forces in the simulation. The screen flashed with victory colors, signaling the humans' success. The arena erupted in cheers from the human supporters, while the council fell silent, stunned by the outcome. When the challenge ended, Sarah and her team stood together, hearts racing. They had won again. The humans hugged each other, excitement flooding through them. They had proven themselves once more, and this victory felt even sweeter than the last. As they left the chamber, the atmosphere was different. The council members were whispering among themselves, their earlier confidence shaken. Zorath's smile was gone, replaced by a look of disbelief. The humans had done the impossible. They had shown the galaxy that they were a force to be reckoned with. Tom turned to Sarah, a grin spreading across his face. "We did it! We really did it!" he exclaimed. Sarah beamed with pride. They had come so far, and there was still more to achieve. But for now, they had earned a place at the table of the Galactic Council, and they were ready for whatever came next. The atmosphere in the Galactic Council chamber was tense as the humans celebrated their victory in the second challenge. Sarah, Tom, and the other human diplomats were still buzzing with excitement from their unexpected success. They had proven their worth twice now, but they knew the council was not finished with them yet. The aliens would not let this go easily. As the council convened for their next meeting, Sarah could sense the change in the air. The council members were no longer laughing at the humans. Instead, they were plotting ways to regain their pride. Zorath, sitting at the head of the table, looked more serious than ever. He had clearly underestimated the humans, and now he was determined to turn the tide. "Today we discuss the third challenge," Zorath announced, his voice echoing through the chamber. "This will be a test of combat. We will see how well you can fight against our best warriors." His tone was stern, and the council members nodded in agreement. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. They were about to face their toughest test yet. Tom leaned over to Sarah as the meeting continued. "We need to prepare ourselves for this. The aliens have powerful fighters. We can't take them lightly," he warned, his brow furrowed with concern. Sarah nodded, knowing he was right. They had won through strategy and technology, but this time they would need to rely on their physical abilities. After the meeting, the humans gathered in their training area. The mood was serious, and everyone understood the stakes. "We can't back down," Sarah said, her voice steady. "We need to train hard and work as a team. This is our chance to show them we are not just diplomats, we are fighters." They started their training regimen, focusing on combat techniques and teamwork. Each day, they pushed themselves to their limits. Tom, with his strategic mind, created training exercises that tested their endurance and coordination. They practiced hand-to-hand combat, weapon skills, and tactical maneuvers, all while building trust and unity among the team. Despite their hard work, doubts crept into Sarah's mind. The aliens were much larger and stronger than the humans. What if they couldn't keep up? One night, after an intense training session, she sat alone, staring at the stars through the window. "What if we lose?" she thought, fear creeping in. She shook her head, trying to push the thoughts away. "We can't think like that. We have to believe in ourselves." The day of the third challenge arrived, and the humans felt a mix of excitement and dread. The council chamber had been transformed into a massive arena filled with spectators eager to witness the showdown. As Sarah and her team entered the arena, they could feel the weight of many alien eyes watching them. Zorath stood at the front, a sly smile on his face. "Welcome to the final challenge," he declared. "Today, you will face our best fighters in a test of strength and skill. Let's see if you can survive." The first round began, and the humans faced a powerful alien warrior. The fighter was tall, muscular, and looked fierce. Sarah felt her heart racing as she prepared to step forward. She exchanged a glance with Tom, who nodded encouragingly. "We can do this," he said softly. As the battle began, Sarah fought with all her strength. She dodged punches and kicked back, using every technique they had practiced. But the alien was strong, and it quickly became clear that this was going to be a tough fight. Each blow felt heavy, and Sarah found herself pushed to her limits. In the corner of the arena, Tom watched with growing concern. He could see Sarah struggling against the alien warrior. "We have to help her," he shouted, knowing they needed to work as a team. The humans quickly rallied together, communicating with hand signals and shouts. They jumped in to assist, attacking the alien from different angles. Together, they fought with everything they had. The alien warrior was powerful, but the humans were determined. They worked as a unit, using their training and teamwork to wear down their opponent. Finally, with one final coordinated attack, they succeeded in taking the alien down. Cheers erupted from the crowd, but the council members looked furious. Zorath's face darkened as he glared at the humans. They had defied his expectations yet again. The tension in the chamber was palpable. The humans had proven they could stand up to the council's best fighters, but now they knew they had awakened a fierce determination in their opponents. As Sarah and her team celebrated their hard-earned victory, they felt the council's growing hostility. They had to stay focused, for the next challenge would come, and it would be even more difficult. The rising tensions promised a showdown that would determine the future of humanity in the galaxy. The atmosphere in the Galactic Council chamber was electric with anticipation as the time for the ultimate showdown approached. After 3 challenges, the humans had proven themselves to be fierce competitors, but Zorath and the other council members were furious. They could not allow humans to gain the upper hand. This time, the stakes were higher than ever, and the tension was palpable. Sarah and her team were gathered in their training area, preparing for the final challenge. They had trained hard, but doubts lingered in the back of Sarah's mind. "What if we can't win this one?" she thought, glancing at her teammates. They looked equally determined, but she could see the worry in their eyes. Tom walked over to her and placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "We've come so far together, and we're not giving up now. We can win this, Sarah. We just have to stick to our plan and support each other." His confidence inspired her, and she took a deep breath, reminding herself of all they had achieved so far. The day of the showdown arrived, and the arena was filled with thousands of alien spectators, all eager to witness the epic battle. The humans entered the arena, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. Zorath stood at the front, a smug expression on his face. "Welcome to the ultimate challenge," he boomed. "Today, we will see if these humans can truly defeat our best warriors." The challenge began with the first fight between Sarah and a fierce alien warrior known as Korthak. He was renowned for his strength and fighting skills, and the crowd roared as he entered the arena. Korthak towered over Sarah, his muscles rippling beneath his thick skin. She felt a wave of fear wash over her, but she quickly pushed it aside. "Focus," she reminded herself. "You've trained for this." As the fight began, Sarah moved quickly, dodging Korthak's powerful punches. She relied on her agility and training to stay one step ahead. Korthak swung at her, but she ducked just in time, countering with a swift kick to his leg. The blow staggered him, and Sarah felt a surge of hope. Maybe they could win this, but Korthak quickly recovered, launching a barrage of punches. Sarah struggled to keep up, feeling the strength of his attacks. With every hit, she felt the impact, and fatigue began to set in. She knew she had to end this fight quickly. Drawing on her training and teamwork, she signaled to Tom, who was waiting on the sidelines. He understood immediately and joined in the fight, distracting Korthak while Sarah prepared for her final move. With a sudden burst of energy, Sarah lunged at Korthak, using all her strength to deliver a powerful kick to his chest. The alien warrior stumbled back, caught off guard. The crowd gasped in surprise as Sarah seized the moment, taking Korthak down to the ground. Cheers erupted from the human side of the arena, and Zorath's expression twisted in disbelief. One by one, her teammates fought valiantly, each taking on a different alien opponent. They were all strong and skilled, but the humans worked together seamlessly. They supported one another, sharing strategies and communicating clearly. Tom fought a fierce alien named Grail, using his quick thinking to outsmart the larger warrior. Sarah watched, cheering him on, filled with pride for her team. As the battles continued, the humans began to win fight after fight. Each victory built their confidence, but it also fueled the Council's anger. Zorath was growing desperate, and he knew he had to end this. He stood up, addressing the crowd with fury in his voice. "You will not let these humans defeat our best! Bring forth the final warrior, the most feared fighter in the galaxy!" The crowd gasped as a massive figure stepped into the arena. It was Zarkon, a legendary warrior known for his ruthless fighting style. He was larger and stronger than any opponent they had faced before. The arena fell silent as Zarkon approached, his eyes burning with determination. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. This was the ultimate test. The humans had fought bravely, but could they defeat Zarkon? As Zarkon took his place in the arena, she knew they had to give everything they had. With her teammates by her side, Sarah took a deep breath. They had come too far to back down now. They had proven their strength, and they would not let the Galactic Council take their victory away. Together, she shouted, rallying her team. "Let's show them what humans can do!" The final showdown was about to begin, and with it, the fate of humanity in the galaxy hung in the balance. The tension in the arena was thick as Sarah and her team faced Zarkon, the most feared warrior in the galaxy. The crowd fell silent, their eyes glued to the two sides, waiting for the ultimate showdown to begin. Sarah felt her heart racing, but she also felt a surge of determination. They had come so far, and now was the time to prove everyone wrong. Zarkon stood tall and menacing, his muscles rippling under his armor. He grinned, showing sharp teeth that glinted in the bright lights of the arena. "You humans think you can defeat me?" he taunted, his voice booming. "I will enjoy crushing you." Sarah exchanged worried glances with Tom and the others. They had already faced many challenges, but this one felt different. Zarkon was not just strong, he was a legend. "Stay focused," Tom whispered, giving her a reassuring nod. They had trained for this moment, and they needed to stick together. As the match began, Zarkon charged at Sarah, moving with incredible speed for someone so large. She dodged just in time, rolling to the side as he swung his fist at her. The ground shook with the force of his blow. Sarah quickly got to her feet and positioned herself to strike back. She needed to find a way to outsmart him. Zarkon turned to face her, his expression shifting from confidence to surprise. Sarah launched a series of quick kicks, hoping to wear him down. He blocked some of her moves, but a few strikes landed, making him stagger back. The crowd gasped, realizing that this tiny human was putting up a fight. "Come on! You can do it!" Tom shouted from the sidelines. The humans cheered her on, their voices echoing through the arena. Sarah felt their support bolstering her confidence. But Zarkon was not easily defeated. With a furious roar, he charged again, and Sarah barely managed to dodge. "Tag me in!" Tom yelled, eager to help. Sarah quickly stepped back, allowing him to take her place. Zarkon looked puzzled for a moment, but then he smirked, ready to take on Tom. The two fighters circled each other, each waiting for the right moment to strike. Tom remembered their training and focused on Zarkon's movements. He knew he couldn't overpower him, but he could outthink him. As Zarkon lunged, Tom ducked low and swept his legs, causing the giant warrior to stumble. The crowd erupted into cheers, surprised by the clever move. Zarkon quickly regained his footing, anger boiling in his eyes. "You will pay for that!" he bellowed, charging at Tom again. But the humans had learned to work together. As Zarkon attacked, Sarah and the others coordinated their efforts, distracting him from all sides. The battle continued, with Tom and Sarah working in sync, keeping Zarkon on his toes. Each time he focused on one of them, another human would strike from a different angle. The tide was slowly turning. Zarkon was strong, but he began to tire as the humans continued to pressure him. With each successful attack, the crowd grew more excited. They were witnessing something incredible. The aliens had thought humans were weak, but here they were, fighting fiercely and proving their worth. Finally, it was Sarah's turn again. She could see Zarkon was growing fatigued, and she knew this was her chance. She launched herself at him, combining her speed with a powerful kick that struck Zarkon in the side. He stumbled and fell to one knee, shocked by the intensity of her attack. "Now!" "Together!" Tom shouted. The humans rushed in, surrounding Zarkon and delivering a final coordinated strike. With all their combined strength, they pushed him back until he finally lost his balance and fell to the ground, defeated. The arena erupted in cheers, and Sarah and her teammates couldn't believe what they had accomplished. They had done it. They had defeated Zarkon, proving the Galactic Council wrong. They were not weak, they were strong, united, and capable of great things. Zorath looked furious, his face flushed with anger as he watched the humans celebrate. The council members exchanged worried glances, realizing they had underestimated humanity. The humans had fought hard, and they had earned their place in the galaxy. As Sarah and her team stood together, victorious, they knew they had changed perceptions. They had shown the galaxy that humans were not to be laughed at or dismissed. They were powerful warriors, capable of greatness. The humans cheered, their voices ringing out in celebration. They had proven everyone wrong, and in doing so, they had taken their first step into a new future, one where humanity would no longer be underestimated. Together, they had forged a bond that would last a lifetime, and they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The Galactic Council was a grand assembly of many alien species, meeting in a massive hall filled with colorful lights and strange sounds. Representatives from all corners of the galaxy gathered to discuss important matters. On this day, however, the council was focused on a different topic, humanity. In one corner of the room, a group of humans sat nervously. They were diplomats sent to represent Earth. Among them was Sarah, a passionate speaker with a strong sense of pride for her planet. Beside her was Tom, a brilliant strategist who believed in humanity's potential. The humans wore formal clothes, trying to appear confident, but their hearts raced with anxiety. As the meeting began, the council members took their seats. The chair of the council, a tall, blue-skinned alien named Zorath, cleared his throat. "Today we discuss the rising threat of humans," he said, his voice echoing in the hall. The room filled with laughter as many council members scoffed at the idea. "Humans? Threatening? That is a joke!" one alien shouted, and the laughter grew louder. The humans exchanged worried glances. Sarah felt her cheeks flush with embarrassment. She had expected skepticism, but this was more than she had imagined. "They don't know us," she whispered to Tom, clenching her fists. "We have to show them." Zorath continued, "Humans have no advanced technology, no great armies. They rely on outdated methods. How can they be a threat?" The laughter rang out again, and Sarah's heart sank. She knew Earth had made great strides, but how could she prove it to these aliens who refused to listen? As the laughter faded, Zorath turned his attention back to the humans. "We will give you a chance to prove yourselves," he said mockingly. "If you think you can succeed, we invite you to participate in our challenges. Show us your so-called skills." Tom leaned in closer to Sarah. "We can't back down now. We have to take this chance," he urged. Sarah nodded, her determination growing. This was their moment, and they would not let the council's laughter drown out their voices. "Let's show them what humans can do," she said with newfound strength. The council quickly set the date for the first challenge. As the humans left the hall, the weight of the situation pressed heavily on their shoulders. They were determined to prove their worth, but doubts lingered in the back of their minds. In the days leading up to the challenge, the humans worked tirelessly. They gathered their resources and created a plan. Tom researched alien technology and combat strategies while Sarah practiced her speaking skills, preparing to communicate their strengths effectively. Despite their efforts, the laughter from the council still echoed in their ears. Every night, Sarah would lie awake, replaying the council's mocking comments in her mind. "How could they think so little of us?" she thought, frustration boiling inside her. Finally, the day of the challenge arrived. The humans stood before the Galactic Council again, this time with a mix of nerves and excitement. The arena was filled with alien spectators, all eager to see how the humans would perform. As they took their places, Sarah felt the weight of the galaxy on her shoulders. Zorath smiled, his eyes glinting with amusement. "Welcome back, humans. Are you ready to show us what you can do?" he said, his tone dripping with sarcasm. The first challenge was a simulated combat scenario designed to test their tactical abilities. As the challenge began, the humans faced tough opponents. They struggled at first, but as the battle progressed, something amazing happened. Sarah and Tom remembered their training and quickly adapted their strategies. Using their creativity and teamwork, the humans turned the tide. They fought hard, surprising everyone in the arena. When the final whistle blew, the humans emerged victorious. The crowd fell silent, stunned by the unexpected outcome. As the reality of their victory set in, Sarah and Tom exchanged shocked glances. The laughter that had filled the hall only days before was replaced by a heavy silence. They had done it. They had proven the council wrong, at least for now. The humans stood tall, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and hope. They knew they had only begun to fight against the doubts of the Galactic Council. With this victory, they were ready to show the galaxy that humans were not to be underestimated. After their surprising victory in the first challenge, the humans felt a mix of excitement and fear. They had shown the Galactic Council that they were not to be taken lightly, but the real fight was just beginning. The Council was determined to prove that the humans were still weak, and that their first win was just a fluke.